In session, picking up at part 4 where we left off. More gems from this Caleb Hammer show from Legion of Men podcast.
Can see your weaknesses, once she can see what you're like every single day, once she gets, accustomed to you, you're just a regular man now.
Facts. One of the things we do wrong in relationships is modern relationships is we spend way too much time together. You know, you got to spend some quality time together, but too much time together is where things start. There's definitely a diminishing return on investments. So you want your woman to constantly be wanting more of your time. So less time, the better. And again, you have to manage that, But again, you got to date and know what to expect, and see her behavior. It's not an easy formula just to one off it. You got to know how to do it. But too much time together for sure. That's definitely a recipe for disaster of women.
What she built up in her head when you first met, because women's imaginations go crazy. Like this bitch said, she is actively dreaming about knife maxing. So imagine maybe somewhere along the way, in the very, very beginning, she was imagining and buffing up his image in her own mind of who Al was. Through living with him, constantly the image was tested and destroyed. These are relationships. How do you win this fucking game? It seems impossible. Actually simple. You have to actually be that guy. If your life really was badass, I'm not saying you have to be fucking Batman, bro, but if you are in shape, if you do have an interesting life with hobbies, if you actually live up to the hype that you portray on your date, and then she then finds out that that image she created of you matches, you're always improving. You're always, learning more new shit, new hobbies, getting more money, all this stuff. This is why it's imperative for a man to always improve in a relationship, because you have to maintain that image. I'm sorry, boys, but this is what it's like. You can't stay still. Just because you got your bitch doesn't mean you can take...
I can't agree with Bo more. Exactly, Bo. Bo just said it. And he says exactly what I say. He just said it. It ain't easy to a certain degree. What have I been saying? Go look at my content. You have a burden of performance. And women also, you want your woman. You don't want your woman becoming a huge obese diabetic, cholesterol-laden loser. You don't want that. She doesn't want that out of you. What she wants out of a man, a driven man, like Bo said, in shape, a physically strong man, emotionally strong man, a courageous man, a man that's got some skills, a man that's respected among other friends, a man that's got hobbies, a man that's living, an abundant life, a man that's direct, a man that's assertive, all those things. Knife maxing that they talk about, what Bo talks about here, knife maxing is just being assertive and dominant. And that knife maxing changes that dynamic into the bedroom. Knife maxing is a dominance, assertive practice in the bedroom. That's all she wants. But this guy, Al, can't do it. But Bo is exactly right. You got to be that guy every day.
Off the gas. If anything, you got to press that motherfucker to the metal.
Absolutely.
Motherfucker, now that you
absolutely
have a bitch. And anyway, it's better for you. This is how men ascend when they get good women.
Yep.
Because in order to keep a good woman, which you want to keep anyways, you want to do more, and she inspires you. She's like your muse in a way when you get a...
Correct. And a lot of people will say, well, you're focusing on the woman. You're giving the woman... You're too focused on what the woman wants. Not at all. Not at all. And here's the thing. Here's what, you can say God or whoever you believe in, your higher power. If you don't, you're atheist. It doesn't matter. But what I can say is this, is that the world has been created in the fact that what women want out of us, out of men, is what makes us better. So what they are attracted to, a strong man, a driven man, a courageous man, a man with skills, a man that can protect, a man that can exert violence but doesn't have to, a man that can lead, a man that can be goal-oriented, a man that's ambitious, a man that's honored among his other friends, a man, that's athletically inclined, if you want to say, a man that's, good looking or whatever. Those things make you better. And it's not that you're doing it for her. It's that other men would respect you for that too. Not in a sexual relationship way, but if you're strong, confident, driven, ambitious, everybody respects that man. No one respects a sloven, lazy, fat, no skilled, not respected. So you see what women want. So if you have a woman, you want to do things even better to show her who you are. It's not that you're doing it for her; you're doing it for you, and in turn, she gets attracted to you more.
It's just this guy's dealing with an absolute harpy that's draining him. It's the reverse. But the point is, when you get into these relationships, you are maintaining an image that was set. You know, she does have you in her head portrayed in such a fashion that you can live up to that. You could be that guy. And oftentimes when women nurture these men, when you get a decent woman, that's what she's nurturing you towards. You ever see those videos of like a guy saying, you know, we really didn't have much and I was so deep in my business and I was working all these hours and, you know, my woman was there for me. She was cooking my meal preps and she was doing all of this stuff and she believed in me and every day she would make me get up and told me, you know, would support me in my dreams and help me build. You've heard those, right? Those are super rare, but you've heard of those kinds of women. That's what those kinds of women do. They see the potential in the man and they nurture it out of him.
They believe in you. They believe in who you are. And if you are that guy, Bo's right. And if you are that guy, you're doing that. Because, and this is the whole stupid shit about what do you bring to the table? And do you cook and clean? No, she doesn't cook and clean for a guy like him. She doesn't cook and clean for a loser. But she will cook and clean like he just said. We don't even have, it's stupid that we even say cook and clean. It's she's doing services so you can further your mission, so that and once you further your mission, she also benefits from that. This is not bad. This is a good thing, you know. And again, you help her by being a leader, by giving her, you know, solid advice, by telling her, giving her good advice when her emotions get out of control. You listen to her, you understand her, and you be that rock she's looking for. Just, you know. And make her feel safe when you're strong and assertive and goal oriented and ambitious. She's gonna feel secure, so she's not neurotic and fearful and anxious. You know, if she doesn't have you, you know.
It's just finding that shit is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do not work on attaining what you're capable of, what your potential is,
you have to be worthy of being respected. Is kind of what he's saying. Yes. You have to, she cannot respect him. And this is the thing, let's say, you know, you're doing okay in life and, you know, or you're working to do good in life or whatever, and you're at it, let's say you're on a date, and this is, you know, mistakes I used to make when I didn't have as many skills, and it was, I would look to get approval from the woman, because that's what we do in other relationships with friends, not sexual relationships, just friendships or business relationships. We want to make sure that the person likes us. So we joke, we smile, we try to build rapport. Women don't want to like you. They want to respect you. And so if you're on a date, you want to be respected, you know? And so let's just say if you're on a dating app or whatever, and she talks crap to you and by texting, you know, whatever, you're just getting to know each other. You say, no, we're not going to do that. Don't send texts like that. I'm not that guy. Whatever, just, you know, she'll be like, oh, you know, she might get mad and be like, oh, well, you didn't have to say that. Be like, that's just who I am. I'm not going to text like that or whatever. I'm just making an example. And she may be mad and she may not like you at that point, but she definitely earned some respect for you, and that's more important. Now, you know, women are so flaky on the app, she'll probably, disregard you at that point. And that's okay. That's why you need to be meeting people in public anyway.
This is how you lose your woman. Now, there's a whole spectrum in that. You don't have to be like I said, a Batman, a multi-billionaire, a business magnate, all of this shit. But what you do have to be is at least better than yesterday. That's really it. So when you get in a relationship with a woman, the first thing people do is relationship weight, right? Both the man and the woman. But just imagine, how many of you have gotten into a relationship and you kind of let it go? You got a little fat.
See, the thing is, Bo's right, but the thing is, the way I would always think of it is like this. It's like, let's say your woman gets off of work or whatever. She, you know, I'm just making up a scenario. And, you're attending an event and you meet her out front and she's seen a friend from work at the event. And it's a guy. And she's like, oh, hey, Brad, whatever, you know. And then you walk up, right? And you've been dating her for like a year or whatever, 6 months. And, you know, and Brad's like, hey, Steve, how's it going? Whatever that'd be, you know, and or whatever your name is, right? You want to be respected. You want to be respected by that guy. You want to be respected by that girl, your girl in front of that guy. So you have to be getting after it. You can't let it go. You wouldn't want your woman going, wow, he's sexy. the other guy. And then you can walk up and you're overweight. She doesn't, her standards for what she's attracted to never, when she was attracted to you, it never ends. So you need to keep being that guy. Don't ever let off the gas. Bo's right.
Or you let off the gas and you don't work as much, or you spend a little too much time with your woman because it just feels so good.
Yep.
And then all the other parts of your life start to suffer because you're devoting less attention to them. In a weird way, it's so ironic that when you devote less attention to your relationship, your life, and you devote more attention to your woman, then your woman is turned off more and more by you losing your identity, losing your life. If she's able to
And Bo's right. And a woman does not want a man. She might say one thing, but we know we don't listen to what they say. We watch what they do. And I keep mentioning the book Atomic Attraction by Christopher Canwell, but it's good. I just did 54 chapters on it. And what it says in that book is, if let's say there's a woman that says, "Hey, let's go to the opera on a first date," or not, a guy says, "Let's go to the ballet on a first date," and the guy says yes. And another guy's like, "Nah, no, I'm not going to no ballet. I'm not going to opera." He'd be like, "Nah, you can come over to my place, or you can come work out with me or something. Then we can, hang out or whatever. But I ain't going to no opera." She'll respect the guy that didn't want to go to the opera, because what women know is you're trading time for sex. You're trading the time at the opera. You're trading time at the ballet. She knows you don't want to do that for sex. And a guy that is about things and respects himself does not trade his time for sex because it's valuable, And that's what Bo is saying here to a certain degree, and that's what you got to learn. These concepts that we talk about. It's that you can learn the concepts, but you have to be able to use them when you're dealing with a woman. So if a woman says, let's go on a hike. As far as I'm 50. And there's not much I'd like to do other than what I work out, I play sports, and that's about my hobbies. And I do a lot of that. So if you can't get in where you fit in, I'm not. That's what I do. So I'm not. You don't have to change your life. A woman, if she really likes you, will get in where she fits in.
That much of your life, and your weekend could be manipulated. It's so counterintuitive. I know there's a bunch of guys like, that makes sense, or there's other couple guys who are like, wait.
Bo's right, but if you think of it through an evolutionary mindset of how were we when we were cavemen? You weren't sitting there, they didn't have pillows to sit there and pillow talk with her.
That makes no fucking sense. In order to give a woman what she wants, you have to not actually give her what she wants. It's fucking stupid. That's how it works. The more your big dick swinging, the more you have frame, the more you're succeeding at.
But part of the reason this is counterintuitive is because, and that is the theory I tend to have. I developed it on my own, whatever. Not but it's women date men or are with women. Men date women that are not interested enough in them, do not have enough desire for them. So when they tell them, I don't want to spend this much time with them, or when they try to exert their authority of, oh, no, I don't want to do that much. I don't want to spend that much time. I don't want to go there. She doesn't like you enough, so it ends things. So you get this preconceived notion that, oh, girls just flippantly will leave you, But that's your own worldview because you too often, I'm guilty as charged when I was younger. Guilty as charged where, I thought women would just leave because they usually did. And that's your worldview because you're dating women or you're with women that don't have, especially if you're on the dating app still. Oh, well, you say one thing wrong and they're going to, take off. Yeah, on a dating app they will because, that's not the real world, So if you get that worldview, that's wrong. Or if you go on dates, with women that aren't interested, and you're like, oh man, I have to have everything right, but I had a little piece of trash in my car. She said my car was dirty. It's like, dude, I tried to do everything right, but she didn't have enough interest in you. That one wrapper you left in the back, they'll, if they don't like you enough, they'll look for things not to like you for. So you got to go out with women once you go out with women that are highly interested in you, your paradigm of the world and of women will change.
Business, your body, taking the initiative in a relationship by eating clean. Shit like that. You're at the tip top of the pyramid. It all trickles down from you. The more you do that, the more she's going to want you. The less you take care of your own life and the more attention you give her, the less she's going to be into you.
Facts.
Because everything that she loves about you is now suffering.
She doesn't. She never will be in love with you. She'll be in love with how you make her feel. And a badass that's doing badass things will make her feel great when she's around you. That's what she needs. Always understand that. These are concepts you have to understand. A woman will never love you. She will love the way you make her feel.
So when you're in a relationship, bro, your woman can only have the time you allow her, like an allotment of time that you are also, that attention and time is being separated out by all the other things in life that you have to do to maintain and improve the man you are that she's attracted to. Every single relationship is like this. There's not one where a man is allowed to just let his foot off the gas. It's not even exhausting, bro. It's actually good for you.
It is.
In a roundabout way, this shit helps men not sleep on the fucking floor.
Yep. That's why God made it this way. And women don't care if you sleep on the floor. But they do want you to be goal-oriented and ambitious, you know.
Bare minimum. Actually make something out of themselves. It helps a man.
They don't want you looking like this with a double chin.
Kid you not.
At Leofan 1,552 donated $5. If you were single and couldn't leave your big city, what would you honestly do to find a girl? Or would you just stay single forever?
I would start.
No, you never want to stay single forever because it's not air, food, water, sex. Air, food, water, sex. You can't stay single forever because you'd be miserable. That's a miserable way to live. You have one life, and each day that goes by, you have one less day. So you cannot be, you got to be honest with yourself and understand that sex is almost important as eating and breathing. If you're honest with yourself, you'll do what it takes to get it.
In weird ways and weird things. Like go to your local bicycle meetup, right? There's people that bike. They got those little race bikes, not like motorcycle. Oh, you could.
And I didn't know this was, and I've been saying this on several of my videos. Yes, Bo's right. I just want to say this real quick, and it's go to CrossFit gyms, go to church singles groups, go to go roll at jiu-jitsu places. Yeah, I said go to run clubs, go to bike clubs, whatever. Do stuff where there's women and men mixing, because wherever men and women mix, there's sex happening.
A local motorcycle.
And that way they get to know you. It's not like on a dating app where it's like, I don't know this guy from hell. They get to know you. Let's say you aren't dealing, you didn't even see the girl that time you were in the run club, but she saw you, and she asked her, hey, what's up with that guy? Well, then she knows who you are, so now you don't have to worry because you wore a brown belt with black shoes. She's, thanks for spending $500 on a date. That's what happened with the dating apps, It was low interest women. Thanks for spending $500 on a date, but you wore brown, But I have to say, good luck on your journey. But you wore a brown belt with black shoes, and I didn't want to ghost you, but thank you and thank you. Good luck for your search. Those kind of text messages. Ghost me, bitch.
But I mean, like people that bike to work or bike around a course and they're like active, or a morning run club. There's a ton of clubs that you can get into, and they don't cost you anything because some retard's mentioning consumerism like a retard. Get into clubs where people are active, hiking clubs, fitness clubs, whatever clubs that there are in your local area, and you're going to meet people and have a huge leg up because you're sharing a commonality from the get-go. That's where I would go. Like, it's the complete opposite of nightclubs and shit like that. You're getting a completely different group of people, and they're very productive. Hey, go to a paint club. Go to a club that works fucking pottery and some shit. Like, go learn something new.
But you got to do something that you want it, like Bo's saying. But I'm big in you have to do stuff you want to do. Don't do pottery if you don't, because then it'll show that you don't like it. Don't go, and I say this is popular, don't go to a dance class. It's popular simps. Don't go to a dance class because you don't like dancing. And there's women that love those dancing classes, and they're in them all the time. They're probably pros, but they know simps go to dance classes.
Guarantee you're going to meet people that are going to blow you away.
Only go if you want to.
Data Taylor 9,257 donated $2. Gotta push the Spartan Challenge again. Gamma change.
I do. I had a Spartan Challenge 2.0 developed for guys that actually had this side of it, the 2.0 Spartan Challenge, because the first and handed out food.
No, the other person. He said, then don't moan. You said, how am I supposed to beg, master? I didn't mean it if I can't moan.
Look at it.
And he said, video, question mark? And you said, oh, I didn't.
Dude, it just got so bad. So bad. I gave a good speech about civic duty, and then it's just we're beyond the depths of hell on this one.
Think of that. So
Patriot
glad we got
Drinker
these
just
screenshots.
gifted 5 subs.
This is disgusting. He said weights, and you said, not gonna lie, I'm not the smartest. No shit. And he said, you're fine. I want a video
Hey,
though.
no.
You
I'm
said,
kind of smart. My GPA is like a 3.4.
She just changed it from 4
3.8. It was
whatever,
3.8,
liar.
now
What
it's
no
3.4.
liar.
So I'm kind of smart.
And either way, we don't care if you're smart. We want women for sex. Men want. You got to be honest with yourself. Men want women for sex. You know. But at the end of the day, you know, yeah, it's sexual.
in the classroom down the hall where you hear, no! And you said, what? Like, can I don't know about that, TBH? You said yes. And you said, if I can't, I'll make it up to you. He said, how? You said, I might send a spicy pic tonight instead. Would that please you tonight, master? Well, you're with him. 2 months into...
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I mean, master, calling another guy master. I mean, unless you're into that. But anyway, and another thing is, you know, and this is whoever she's talking to. If you're wanting spicy pics, if you're wanting naked pictures from women and videos, and you're not banging them, you are beta AF. You're a simpy AF. You are a loser. Do not do that. Do not flirt with women before you banged them. You know, you can flirt with them a little bit. Obviously, you got to kind of, you know, but. You need to make it happen. I mean, if she likes you, she doesn't need to flirt. You know, make some innuendos and go for it. Because a high interest woman doesn't need to be flirted with. Okay, but do not do videos. I had a really hot chick that I was dating one time, and she said, and I put this on some other videos, but she said, I really like that you never sent me any videos of you like jacking it or, you know, naked pictures, and I don't do that. And it's like, she was like, I appreciate that because that's different. That'll make you rare. Women don't respect that. They want action, you know. Now, if you get into a relationship and she's like, you know, maybe you do that as a little, you know, but I'm saying you're already banging her, you know, and she's requesting that from daddy. Maybe I'm just saying, but you definitely don't do that if you're not banging her. There is no sexting at all. That is beta AF, and I can tell you almost, you know, and I said I made mistakes, and that's why I like to teach because. You can learn from my 50 years on this planet making mistakes, but I can tell you this much. If you are sexting or being flirtatious with a woman before you banged her, I guarantee if she's sending you naked pics, that's going nowhere. That is going nowhere.
This guy, well, you're with him. You're engaged at this point.
Actually, no, I wasn't engaged.
So it was a couple days right before.
Possibly.
Holy shit.
And he said...
I just want you to think of the visualize this. You're down on one knee. You're the one for me. Al already said it. She's the one for him. Baby, I love you so much. You're the one. Will you marry me? On one fucking knee. Behind her back, her arm has her phone, her cell phone, and she's texting anything for you, master. Oh!
But the problem is, and I've said this in my other videos, where guys have lost their lives to women, is they don't know what disrespect looks like. And there's plenty of things that she's shown here that she doesn't respect him, so you should never got on one knee. He doesn't know what disrespect looks like, and that's what you guys need to learn from watching content and also going out there and getting disrespected. Because, you know, dating, if you get disrespected, you'll know what it looks like.
How spicy...
And when you get respected, again, you don't have to get disrespected. But again, I learned from trial and error, you know. But when you are respected, you're like, damn, that's what respect looks like. Cool.
And you said as spicy as you want with a bathroom mirror. He said, what do you have and did you order that toy?
Oh.
You said, I have not ordered the toy and you know what? Let me surprise you. I'm sure you would like. Why can't you just focus on him? Are you okay with an open relationship?
No.
Well,
No.
open's fine if you guys choose that.
Well, no, we were talking about it.
Talking about it, but he said no. Talking about it, but he said no.
He's the one who brought it up.
I brought it up because I was trying to fix whatever was going on, but
What do I say?
if
Yep.
you're gonna block him, then it's a different story.
She won't even...
I've said it before. Usually open relationships, if you ever see open relationship on a woman's side, I know that it's a man trying to keep his woman and giving her what she wants and hating it. And guys, do not date that woman because he might be killed by the husband because he's only doing it because there's very few, I'm just saying, there's very few that are legit.
Okay. He said,
Holy
yes, you
fuck.
surprised me. What toy you get? Weights.
And let me tell you something. Again, whoever this She's having fun. Just women love fantasy. Women love fantasy by texting. Women love attention. And you, as a man, she's not respecting you if you're writing all this shit. Okay, do not be doing this crap. If you ain't banging her, if you ain't using that, she gets one chance to get that toy. If you ain't got it, if you ain't using it on her, don't be texting all. You got that toy. You got that. She loves it. She'll talk to you for hours about this stuff texting. Women love it. But you need to be in there banging her. That's the guy she respects.
I don't have toys here in Tennessee. They're in South Carolina.
Oh, she lying. Lying ass.
Shut up, witch.
Lying ass.
Fucking witch, mate.
She's lying.
She's doing me headed. Oh my god.
She doesn't have the toys with her. They're in somewhere else. Get the fuck
Down
out
on
of
one
here.
knee, will you marry me? And she's got the other dude's load dripping out of her. Fuck. I'm fucking shooting everybody.
That's what you gotta, but that's how you gotta think. That exaggerated, if your woman's cheated, think about that load dripping out. I mean, like Bo said, you gotta end it. Do what it takes. Think of that exaggerated view. Think of your girl getting pounded doggy style and her hair pulled. Get the hell out.
You're all fucking dying. We're all going to hell. It's over. You forfeited your life. That can't be me.
But I can't find the one that connects to the app. The
That
person
was on
told you about it, so I'm gonna look for it. He said, "Sure."
She's just talking.
Show me what,
Some loser out there jacking off while she's talking about this.
Toy, yellow.
He's jacking off while she's talking about toys, and she don't mean shit about this. She's eating ice cream and fucking bonbons and Cheetos while she's talking to you about this shit.
Fine. So that's where that.
Yep.
Open your phone.
That's on Discord.
Open your phone.
I agree. Let me see what's happening today.
Nothing on Discord. Nothing on Discord.
Then where?
Nothing actually.
Go to
my phone.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yes.
Messenger?
Yes.
Where are you talking to him now? Because you said you want to stop, but you're not.
Regular message.
Look at him. And
Hold up
hey,
now.
hold up. Just real quick. I know they're doing this for the show. Dude, by the way, never do this. Ever. Do not snoop. Ever. Look at Bo's face. Bo knows his shit. Don't ever do this. This is snooping. Who's the loser here? Who's leading? She is. He's following by looking. Do not ever if you have to be doing this, you already know, get up and walk off. Never talk to that bitch again.
Do you have him right now, messages?
Well, she has a ring on her ring finger.
You're still texting him today?
That was earlier.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
She just.
Okay.
She just. That was and you got to learn that's a half truth. Earlier today.
What the fuck, bro?
That was like one
Yes,
message.
earlier this morning.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Al, what do you think? That's
I don't know what
insane.
to say.
Well, what does it say? She said yesterday that she loves him.
Block him.
No, Al!
Oh, he can't let go of his clammy. He works too hard for that one. Listen,
It's over.
Al, she can't keep her
It's
legs
over,
closed
Al.
for you. It's not your clam.
All right.
It's our clam.
It's done.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
Hey, thanks for the sub, bro.
What? You caught her cheating twice and she's still doing it. She's not block him. She's not stopping.
Oh, I'm not gonna just give up just like that.
Oh my God.
Holy shit,
You
man.
see? That's two guys saying. 3 guys right here. 3 guys telling you. And you can't see. This is the guy that doesn't know the truth. This is the guy that doesn't know what he's up against. If anybody is out here and you see this, leave.
A man can take infinite levels of stuff, right?
But that's because he's too weak. He's too much of a bitch. It's not because he's virtuous or because he loves her. It's because he's too scared to be single.
God.
Oh,
I want to work this out.
Okay.
If you
Holy.
wanna.
We gotta bring in my
Holy.
assistant. We gotta bring in my
Holy.
assistant. Ladies and gentlemen,
He's
welcome.
bleeding,
Your favorite-
dude. He was bleeding right there. Look,
Yeah.
look.
Simping.
There's pussy whipped and there's Al.
And
Al
they're
just does his
submissive.
own, like, dick shit.
Hey, but there's a lot of you guys in a sexless marriage doing the same thing. Don't act like you ain't. If you ain't getting laid, you doing the same thing he's doing right here.
Section.
Shit, dude. What? You caught her cheating twice and she's still doing it. She's not block him. She's not stopping.
No, I'm not gonna just give up just like that.
Oh,
You gotta be able to just give up just like that, because that's the only thing she'll fear. It's like you nations that that are getting territory into other nations. What they do, they don't respect, hey, will you stop taking our land? No, they respect war.
So
okay.
if you wanna,
We gotta bring in my assistant. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your favorite co-host of the Guild Hammer Show and one of your favorite Hammer League personalities and the best membership on YouTube, Brandon.
Oh no.
you told me, you lied to me.
Oh, dude, he's been texting while we've been literally in here filming. Well, we're in here filming.
Oh god.
Dude, talk some sense into this man. He just said.
All right, we're at 30 minutes. See you on the next one.